I want you to look at this photo right here. Raw 25, okay? We got Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Roman Reigns, and Alexa Bliss on the front with the logo in front of them. And I want you to pay attention and just look at it, okay? Just move slowly closer to your screen. And I want you to tell that photo, the people on that photo, you ain't shit. Welcome to the 7 Days Podcast. My name is Boy123Jim, and honestly, a lot has been going on for the past 3 days. 3 days, man. I decided to upload the podcast today. I mean, I haven't done this in about 2 to 3 weeks, even though even though it's supposed to be a weekly podcast. There's so many times that I tried to record, but I just don't care. I just didn't feel like doing it, honestly. I'll be uploading SmackDown Live tomorrow. I do not want to rush it because I had problems with freaking 2K18 because the servers were down, and like every time I'm trying to get into the game, it takes forever to load. But I found a solution: just turn off my internet from the PS4, and then it'll go into the game immediately, just saying you're not connected to online, whatever. So yeah, I was able to solve that and able to record SmackDown Live. So I'll have that up tomorrow, not today. Okay, today will be the podcast, because I feel like doing the podcast today anyway. And then NXT will be Friday, and then we'll continue as of next week, Monday Night Raw Monday, and so on, so on. Now, I want to talk about this whole Enzo Amore situation first, before we get to, like, the Raw 25. Now, when I first saw the tweet of someone saying, alright, it's been far too long, but I'm going to come out and say this: I've been raped by a famous wrestler known as Enzo Amore. So I was able to take the opportunity and tweet to that person, who are you scared of? Why are you waiting 3.5 months to, like, to say this, especially saying it online on social media, where anyone can say literally anything, and no one's gonna take it legitimate. You know what I mean? And yeah, a lot of people has liked the tweet, which I love very much, because I'm surprised nobody has attacked me yet. But I wasn't attacking her. It was a straight up fact. Why would you tweet something like that, a big allegation like that, and then try to see what the internet's gonna respond to? Some people were like, oh, you're brave, and some people were like me, like, where's the proof at? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? So then, as the day goes on, or the next day, I think it was that day, I think it was Monday, or if not yesterday on Tuesday, somebody, I think WWE on Twitter released a statement that Enzo Amore has been suspended. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And so, you know, 205 Live needs to go, and the Cruiserweight Championship is really, like, really means nothing. It means less than the Raw Women's Championship as of this moment. Freaking, I literally forgot, like, about the Cruiserweight Championship, as, like, with Enzo. It's like, what's gonna happen with the Cruiserweight title now that he's suspended? You know what I mean? Like, what's gonna happen now? So this is what I tweeted out. I said to replying to @2poor @MissGucciWitch, why are you scared? And who are you scared of? Why wait until now, 3.5 months later, to make a huge allegation like that? Lastly, do you have witnesses / concrete proof that this is legitimate? Answer all these questions, and your claim will be taken seriously. I'm just saying, because it's true. You can't just come out here and say this guy raped me and just show a whole DM. Anyone can fake a DM, and anyone can just say anything online. So I'm sitting there thinking, I think this is some sketchy shit where it's not really legit, and she's trying to get some fame off of Enzo Amore. That was my first assumption. But as time went on, everybody started hearing the news, and then everybody were giving their 2 cents, and then there was more news coming out. Now, oh, my bad. Now there's police involved, you know, that she has made in a report about it back in October, and the case is open now. WWE were not aware of it at all, and the fact that Enzo didn't really let them know about it, that he's being investigated, was kind of the catalyst of him being released. Some say that he was fired on Monday, and WWE just posted a suspension so the fans won't go crazy or go nuts about it, I guess. I don't know. But like, it's really, he really must have done. I'm not defending Enzo at all. And I'm not gonna defend Eric, whatever his last name is, right? I'm not gonna defend the dude behind the Enzo Amore gimmick. I'm not, because shit like this I don't fuck with, okay? And I honestly think, like, this is why I don't really socialize with people, because anyone can take anything out of context and use that to their advantage, especially when someone is a big online or a big figure, like in the entertainment business or whatever, you know? Like Logan Paul, look at him. This guy hasn't done shit in weeks now. You know what I mean? Like, ever since posting that video of what he did in Suicide Forest, this guy has been ridiculed. This guy has been crucified. This guy has been talked down to more than I've ever seen. You know what I mean? But this, I mean, oh my God. I mean, and the fact that WWE did not know. I mean, at least, I mean, they might have heard of it, but they probably thought what I thought, you know, like, oh, this is just a way for someone to get fame off of, you know, this ain't new. This is some regular shit. This happens every time when you're a WWE superstar, you know what I mean? But then when as time went on, it just got worse and worse, and Enzo's freaking career, his life, everything changed in a blink of an eye. And it's just so funny to me. It's like, how could you be so dumb, to be honest? How could you be really, like, honestly, how could you put yourself in a situation? You are a entertainment, you're a big figure, right? You may not be like a John Cena, Rock type of shit, but you are noticeable. People know who you are in a way. So the fact that you would do something like this, I think you went to a Black Eyed Peas concert. The fact that you went to a Black Eyed Peas concert, I mean, that's just ridiculous in itself. But that's besides the point. He went to a Black Eyed Peas concert, and he met the chick. It was in Phoenix, and then, like, I don't know, he tried it, based on what she said, he tried to, you know, come on to her a little bit, you know, and then after she's trying to, like, reject him slightly, and then he's like, you should be begging for this right now. I got 1 million fucking Twitter followers or Instagram followers. It's like, so because you got millions of followers on a social media platform, people should be begging on, be on their knees begging. Are you, like, is this what we come to now? Like, based on that, you know, that just sounds ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, we all know that he's a pain in the ass to work with based on what we heard backstage. You know, we don't really know what's going on, but based on the reports and what people are saying, you know, he sounds like an asshole backstage. But the fact that he's stupid enough to do shit like this, I mean, obviously he declined all of these allegations and assumptions, so we have to wait and see. Now he's fired. You know, Rich Swann, he fucked up, but he's still suspended. You know, he's suspended for the time being. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fire him if he goes to jail. You know what I mean? Or prison or whatever. But like Enzo, he went from suspension to fired in either less or in 24 hours. Okay, so honestly, he obviously got what he deserved. I mean, you shouldn't do that, to be honest. I mean, if, like, this is what, like, if a chick is feeling you and you're feeling the chick, that's a good shit right there. But if you're trying to use your fame to get it to woo a chick, that is pathetic. That's really pathetic, to be honest. You're using what you have that made you noticeable to use that to your advantage to get a chick. I mean, that's really pathetic, dude. Like, that's just stupid in my eyes. But Yeah, sexual assault. I mean, then we had this problem last year with like how many male actors being accused of sexual assault. Now with that, I honestly think that people are just randomly coming out, women are randomly coming out and just saying, oh, this dude raped me, this dude raped me, this one, that one, that one, this one. You know what I mean? Like, it's just randomly coming out. Nothing is legit in Hollywood anymore, or it never was. You know what I mean? But like, with this, it's like, it's just shocking. It's like, wow. And I mean, now I did make a joke on Twitter, if I was Corey Graves, I'd be smiling on the inside because, Corey Graves does not like Enzo, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want, and he wouldn't want to wish this upon anyone. But at the same time, it's like you're a dickhole, you're an asshole. Okay, so, like I'm smiling on the inside, but like on the outside, I'm like, I'm different. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, Enzo Amore got fired. He's gone. The Cruiserweight Championship is no longer in his possession. Honestly, I don't think he's going to be wrestling outside of WWE, no doubt about it. I don't think any promotion is going to take him as of now if he wants to wrestle. And some people, a friend of mine, King Mo, was like, oh, you're doing music. He got music on the side. I was like, sure. You think anyone's going to take this guy? Any label's gonna take this guy? Any music label? Nah. Young Money, Cash Money, they're not gonna take him. You know what I mean? But like, in the end, dude, this is a really fucked up situation. I'm not attacking the person that made the allegation. I'm just wondering, why did it take you 3.5 months, and why are you scared? I mean, I would understand it if it's like a gang member type shit, like you're like Chief Keef or some shit. But like, if it's Enzo Amore, he doesn't have anything gang related, for at least that we know. So I wouldn't, if he did me wrong, I'ma fuck him up. I will come out and I'll, like, the second it happened, right, and I have proof with me, then I would come out and be like, yo, this guy did this, I got the proof right here, like, what's good? You know what I mean? Like, I would come out and say something about it when I have the legit proof. You can't tell me it took you 3.5 freaking months for you to have legitimate proof, for you to come out on the internet, on Twitter of all places, and tweet out, this dude raped me. So, I find it fishy on her end. But at the same time, I'm a bit disappointed that this is even an issue with Enzo Amore, you know what I mean? But at the same time, he is a prick, so I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. So that's my 2 cents on that. I don't know if I made sense at all, but at the same time, dude, it's a fucked up situation, man. Trying to use your fame to woo a chick, telling her that she should be begging for this deal because you are famous. I mean, you ain't shit. You know that, right? You're just like everybody else. Money doesn't make you powerful. Hope you know that, Enzo. You know what I mean? Like, just because you have money, it don't mean shit. People will respect that you have money, but for people to love you or freaking should be on their knees and worshiping the ground you walk on, nah, it don't work like that, bro. You die the same like everybody else. Okay, you bleed the same like everyone else. You get hurt the same as everyone else. Okay. You're no different from anyone else, so it wouldn't make sense for you to. So that's why this whole situation is fishy. So I'm just waiting. Luckily I waited. I could have came out the day when it was announced that she did this, that this happened. I could have jumped on it and be like, Enzo's a fucking idiot, blah blah blah. But I'm like, this is one of those situations where I gotta wait and see if there's more news coming out. I can't just come out day one and be like right out the gate, be like, yo, Enzo did this, Enzo did that, fire him. You know what I mean? But he did deserve getting released. I'm not defending this dude whatsoever. I don't take this shit whatsoever, and it disappoints me, especially when you're a WWE superstar. Like, that's like the pros and cons of being a WWE superstar. I think The Rock is one of the many few wrestlers that actually like became famous and didn't do stupid shit. You know, as of like for the past many years, as Rock has been on this high pedestal that he is on now, he's never really been in a situation where like something like this. You know, like he's never done anything stupid. So people like Rock and like, you know, people like The Rock, as far as like from going from a WWE superstar to a mainstream audience in movie business or whatever, hasn't done anything stupid. So I mean, it's just bad. It's just bad. That really proves. A part of me wants to say that this really proves that Enzo has the same mentality that I think Eva Marie had. You know, you don't care about wrestling, you don't care about the business, you claim you do, but in the end, you're there for the money, for the fame, for the attention, for the spotlight to be on you. You care about that, but that's it. You don't care about nothing else. You don't care about, you know, the business. You don't care about your co-workers. You don't care about your boss. You don't care about nothing else. It just shows you're not professional. You're just in it for yourself. That's one half of me want to say that about Enzo. But yeah, I don't know if this will be one of those situations where WWE jumped the gun and like they fired him right off the bat, and then like oh, you know, he's innocent, and then they hired him back. You know, like when Emma got released, I think it was 2014 or 15, for shoplifting, they fired her and then they rehired her back like very quick. So it might be one of those situations. We're gonna have to wait and see for the next couple of weeks. But for the time being, Enzo is gone. Enzo is donezo. Enzo is no mo in WWE. Now, let's talk about Monday Night Raw 25. Now, we kicked it off at the Mahan Center. We had, you know, the King and JR. Now, I'ma be honest. It's great to see them. Great to see the whole old school, you know, I watched the network. I checked out the old school Raw and stuff, you know. It's cool, you know, but like, just seeing them, and they had everything right. The sirens, the crowd going nuts, you know, them standing up and introducing themselves and welcoming us to the show, you know, and the old graphics, you know, the nameplate and stuff, the set, everything was down to a T. And then they go over to the Barclays Center, you know, a part of me wanted them to change the set, like something special. But again, it's Monday Night Raw, so I guess having the same Raw set we have for over a year now, you know, fine, fair enough. So we had Stephanie and Shane in the ring, welcome us to Raw. Stephanie off the mic was like telling Shane, you know, this is my show. Remember that, my show. Right? It's like, we get it, Steph. It's your fucking show. Relax, okay? But yeah, welcome us to Raw. You know, Shane getting his pop in. What's up, Brooklyn? You know, all that stuff. And then she's like, let's welcome the guy who made this possible, our father, the chairman of the board, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Vince comes out, you know, same old, you know, crowd chanting, no chance in hell. I'm singing the entire theme song, you know what I mean? But yeah, gets to the ring, and then, you know, they're hugging. You know, I think Stephanie almost poked Vince with her earring on his nose, his big old nose. I think maybe that's I think Triple H, you know, there's a connection there. You know, Vince has a big ass nose, Triple H has a big ass nose. You see what I mean? It's like they're destined to be together. Just, anyways, so yeah, they're in the ring. Well, they're just, you know, they're basically worshiping Vince McMahon. You know, because what they said was true. You know, this guy, you know, he took an idea and he went with it for 25 years and has been a success. He had to go up against WCW, which was becoming a hot thing, and then that died very quick. You know what I mean? So yeah, later on, Stephanie would be like, "Hey, we were able to get a GoFundMe page. We're able to make a GoFundMe page to make a present for you." I'm thinking, hold up, aren't you the billionaire princess, right? And aren't you the guy? Aren't you the son of the chairman? You mean to tell me y'all that cheap? Y'all can't buy a good present for your father? You have to let the people get involved and a GoFundMe page? It's like, fam, are you serious? It's like, where was this GoFundMe page? I never heard of this. I've never heard. People would have reported it. Oh, Stephanie and Shane having a GoFundMe page for a present for Vince McMahon. Bullshit. Anyways, though, so they got a plaque, a nice red and bronze with gold plaque for Vince McMahon, and Vince is like, hold it up, hold it up. You see Vince's face. Vince's face was Vince needs sleep. This dude looks scary. I'm pretty sure in person it might look different, maybe because of the lighting and the the bright lights and shit. I don't know, but Vince McMahon's face when he saw the freaking plaque, it looked like it was like a look of disbelief. Like, are you fucking kidding me? With a smirk on his face, like that. Like, are you serious right now? Are you like? It was scary, and then it was like if you're the new guy in WWE and you're trying to impress the boss, right? And his standards are fucking high, so you're trying to think of something to give to him and give him an idea. You give him what you think is your best idea, and he's sitting there with that same look on his face that he saw the plaque. It's like, are you fucking? That's it. That's all you got, really. So like, that's scary. But yeah, he saw the plaque. He's like, hold it up, Shane. And he's like, a plaque. A plaque? Like, this is it? Right? He could have been nice. He could have been nice, but he had to switch it. He's like, looks cheap. But then again, we are in Brooklyn. And then the crowd went against him so hard. And he's like, oh, everybody say thank you, thank you. You want to know who I thank? Me! I didn't need anybody. I didn't need my family members. I only did it. I was the one that made Monday Night Raw the flagship show for 25 years. And for all I've done for you, for all of these 25 years, all I get is a plaque. Wow, a plaque. Really? Like, I'm like, this dude. Part of me was like, this dude's ungrateful as shit. His kids and the fans put their money and made this plaque, and you're sitting there judging it like, bruh. And then part of me was like, I mean, he is the chairman, his standards are fucking high. He wants the best. And he's like, this ain't shit, you know what I mean? It's like, nobody helped me made Monday Night Raw. Then the glass shatters, Austin comes through, and without saying a word, Vince is like, look, okay, things has changed now. His whole tone, I love how his tone changed when Steve Austin shows up. I just love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, he's just sitting there. He's just standing there like, look, okay, things change. I'm old now. I'm a senior citizen. I'm 72 years old, okay? Mother Nature has not been too kind to me. I'm looking at his face. I'm like, he ain't lying. You see the fucking bags on this motherfucker? He needs sleep. Sleep. Get some sleep. Get some help. Okay? And then he's like, then immediately, well, there's Shane, though. Shane, I mean, look at him. He's flying off cells and going left and right, corner to corner. He's good. He's still agile. He's still fresh. Stone Cold raises his arm up like, yeah, this guy will be running the company in years to come. This guy's the man right here. And then he stuns Shane. And then Vince is like, yeah. And then he got a beer. He got 2 beers for Austin. Austin takes 1. They, toast. But Austin did it so hard where the beer bounced off the coat, which was hilarious. And then Stone Cold, well, I mean, they both drunk. They hugged, all that. Vince about to walk away, but the music stopped because Vince is like, oh, shit, the music stopped. Oh, no. And he turned. They toast again. They both drank. Stunner. And then, but the funny part before the stunner was when Vince and so Stone Cold, right? They both had their hands up in the air, and Vince was pouring beer on Shane. That part was hilarious. but he got stunned, and then Shane got up, and it's like, we're cool, right? Like, he has a beer in his hand, they're both drinking, and then stunner once again. Hilarious. I love it. Even though I wasn't a part of the Attitude Era like everyone else, even though I wasn't watching WWE until 2009, still cool to see, you know, around the time when I was a little boy, 2 to 3 years old, all this shit was going down. You know what I mean? So cool to see all that go down. That was such a great moment. So cool. Steve Austin is one of the main reasons why I act the way I act, all loud and crazy and shit. You know, cursing, middle finger, all that shit. Stone Cold. Stone Cold is the biggest influence of all. Out of everybody that I've seen in my lifetime, Stone Cold is the biggest influence that made me who I am today. So we go from that big momentum. It kind of went down a little bit with the women's match, so I was throwing out garbage in my room, so I'm like, fuck it, I have time for this, just skip. And then Banks got on the Banks statement on Alicia Fox, good to see, whatever. And then Asuka was like, well, since I'm done teaming with y'all, I'm gonna just do what I'm gonna do this Sunday. Chuck your asses over the top rope, bitch. And Asuka just standing there, you know, dancing and shit when she threw out Sasha Banks. It's like, she's not winning the Rumble, is she? She's not winning the Rumble, is she? I think, alright, here's what I think. I think Nia Jax is going to toss, I think she's going to eliminate Asuka. And then we're going to get a big match between them two, I think, either at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view or at WrestleMania. It's one of those. If Asuka's not winning, I could see that happening after. Now, I really hate when people are like, "Oh, she has to win." You know, she don't really have to win. You know what I mean? I mean, what I did. I like what I did with Asuka. I didn't have to make her. You know, like all I had to do was make her #1 contender for the championship. Boom, she won the championship on her first try. On my first take, by the way. For those that wonder, in my Universe mode on WrestleMania, the first couple of matches, actually the majority of the matches on the show was first take. Like, I did not have to like delete and then try again. The majority was first take. The Roman Reigns versus Shinsuke Nakamura match, first take. Asuka and Lita, first take. Angle and Miz, first take. And Ambrose and AJ, first take. Cena and Zayn, first take. Like, great. But yeah, Asuka doesn't necessarily have to win the Royal Rumble. I wanted to, but she doesn't necessarily have to. I mean, she could get a championship match out of the way because she's still undefeated as far as like being pinned or submitted. That's all I care about. You know what I mean? Like, Battle Royales, you know, a win in a Battle Royale is not really that major to me compared to pinfalls and submissions. When people complain, oh, this guy got pinned clean, this guy tapped out clean, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, whatever. It's like, yeah, like, that's big. But, like, when getting checked over the top rope, that's not really much, you know? So, whenever I remember Asuka getting chucked over the top rope by Eva Marie, it's like, yeah, whatever. It happened, whatever, but I'm focused on the pinfall and submission. That's all I care about. I don't really care about tossing over the top rope. Oh, she's not undefeated no more. She's still undefeated as far as getting pinned and submitted. That's all that matters to me. You know what I mean? So that's why whenever I say she's undefeated, I mean that. I don't mean overall undefeated. You know what I mean? Like, so just to clear that up. But yeah, after that we had a backstage segment. We had Kurt Angle talking to referee Louis, what's his name? Lou Charles? Some dude that used to be in TNA, him. So referee's talking to him, or Kurt Angle talking to the referee, and then the homie coach come through. I've been waiting for this, but I kind of want him to interview people like he was doing back in the 2000s, you know what I mean? Jonathan Coachman, the best interviewer. Fuck me, Gene Okerlund. Jonathan Coachman is the best interviewer personality of all time. Now, Bobby Heenan, he can do it all. So there's like Jonathan Coachman can do one thing phenomenal, and that was the interview. Best one of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Heenan could do it all. He could be great manager. He could do commentary and interview, but he wasn't really an interviewer. He's more, manager and commentator. So that's where I keep. That's the categories I put Bobby Brain. Heenan, me and Gene Okerlund, he was great, all that. But Jonathan Coachman he's with me. He's just me. He's my number one. Just like Justin Roberts, as far as ring announcing, people say Howard Finkel. Howard Finkel's like my number second. He's number two. Number one is Justin Roberts, favorite of all time. Anyways, the coach is there, and then we had the dude, Harry Whippleman, the guy that won, the guy that dressed as a woman back in the 90s in the Attitude Era and became women's champion. Yeah, him, the first male to become women's champion, by the way. Him. And then the Brooklyn Brawler with his old gimmick, whole attire came through, and then we had, I think we had Teddy Long come out next, player, tag team match player, and then we had the homie Bruce Pritchard, known as Brother Love. I love you. With all his face being all red. The crowd popped for Brother Love. It was ridiculous. And then, you hear music in the background, and then the second it went to the Boogeyman record scratch. Now, people were like, whoa, wasn't the Boogeyman a part of SmackDown? Like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's people who are a part of WWE, but, I mean, it's basically, like think of all the legends, that was in WWE, just take them, and take all the guys who was a main part of Raw, put them together, you got a whole nostalgia show, So, I understand why WWE did that, having all these people that didn't have nothing to do with Raw, but they showed up anyway, you know what I mean? MVP didn't have nothing to do with Raw. MVP is a SmackDown guy. He's not really a Raw guy. What do I remember from MVP? He came to Raw, he was drafted to Raw as US champ, and that's it. Yeah, so, nothing much. On SmackDown, he was with Sherry Shepherd, and, he had the longest reigning United States Championship reign of all time, before Dean Ambrose broke that shit. So yeah, I mean, MVP was a cool guy on SmackDown. He didn't do nothing wrong, but he was still there, so, yeah. Just to let you know. Jeff Hardy, he's both Raw and SmackDown. He did crazy things on both shows. Raw, the great match with Taker back in 2002 for the WWE Championship in a ladder match. On SmackDown, he beat Triple H for the Intercontinental title a year prior from that ladder match with the Undertaker. On Raw, nothing much before he left WWE, and then he came back. Did nothing much. Won the Intercontinental title many times. He went to SmackDown when he got drafted, and he won the WWE Championship on as a SmackDown superstar at Armageddon. And after that, won the World Heavyweight Championship from Punk back in Night of Champions. So, yeah, Hardy's more of a SmackDown guy than a Raw guy, but he was still there. So we come back from break, and we have The Undertaker come out, and he's cutting his promo, right? Saying that the carnage began on this sacred ground 25 years ago, and he's in the Manhattan Center, and I didn't really take it in, but I mean, I know that he was wearing his WrestleMania, I think it was, no, not WrestleMania attire. It was an attire in the video game for WWE 12, where he had the jacket with the hoodie. So if this is like 2010 to 2011 attire for The Undertaker, right? So he's wearing that, no sleeves, just a coat with a big old belt in the middle, with the hoodie. So he's wearing that one. I noticed it, but I didn't really take it in that it makes sense. He's not wearing gloves. He's wearing wrist tape, and he's not wearing his signature outfit that he left in the squared circle back at WrestleMania. I'm still taking it as he's playing mind games. It's the Undertaker. He's playing mind games. Okay, he's the type of dude that will literally play with your heartstrings and then fuck with it the second he has the chance. So a part of me wants to believe that, yeah, he'll go that far to be like, yeah, that man walks away, whatever. And then he comes back and says, I come back wherever I want, whenever I want, blah, 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 blah. Why is there a recommendation of Sean Chu on my fucking YouTube? Like, I only, Jesus Christ. I'm not sub to the guy. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Undertaker, just talking about, for 25 years, you've been digging holes, and anyone who got on the dark side got buried with Triple H chat. Taker says he ripped legends off their pedestals and threw them into the cold, dark earth for 25 years. Taker named some of them, like Austin, Foley, his own brother Kane. Said that they all tried. Some of the greats tried, but they all failed. He goes on and declares that on the sacred ground that it is truly time for those who have fallen to but before I say it, you notice the crowd was chanting one more match. They normally, when the Undertaker sets it up, he would be like, rest, and then the crowd would be like, rest in peace. Like the crowd would be with it, but they were chanting one more match. Now, I took it as, is he going to be in the Rumble? Is he, like, well, what's going on? Like, was his mystic way of saying, yeah, I'm done for good, fuck y'all, I'm out of here, bye. Like, is that what was that? What was he saying? I didn't know. So after that, we have APA backstage playing cards with Rhino and Slater. DiBiase showed up, with a big, fat cache of money, and he's laughing. I love his laugh. Oh my god, DiBiase, man, so cool. And then JoJo, beautiful, thick JoJo, anyways, was announcing Great Raw GMs, and then the second I heard like John Laurinaitis is like, I'm getting flashback of 2012. I was in high school. Oh my god. Oh Lord, no. I was like, this guy. I'm like, I hated it then, but I ain't gonna lie. He was a great authority figure as far as like me hating him and stuff. Like, he was a great heel. Like, it wasn't even funny. The way I honestly think that's how he speaks. I don't think he speaks like that on purpose. If he does, that he's very good. But yeah, they took a guy that used to wrestle but became an authority figure or like an official, and then like they just put him on TV and then ran with it, and this guy was great for the time he had. Then we have William Regal, which I found that I knew, but like I didn't think he'll do it. William Regal, former GM of Raw back in 07 to 08, and then the second I just said it immediately when I heard it, I'm back. Eric Bischoff, the boy, came out. It was like, oh my god, Eric Bischoff. Oh, I would have hated him. I would have hated this guy so much. Kissing Evolution's ass so much, and just, being afraid of Vince McMahon. It's like, wow. Daniel Bryan came out. Some people were confused. It's like, why Daniel Bryan, he's SmackDown champion. It's not about, what job titles they have right now, okay? This is just a moment, what I mean? Obviously, Daniel Bryan's going to be a part of the show because we're celebrating 25 years. Bryan had something to do within those 25 years, okay? Maybe a short amount of time, but still, he did something. My favorite moment was, I don't think it was the yes chant or the yes movement when the people got in the ring and all that. It wasn't that. It was either when he turned his back on the Wyatt family and like I was doing the yes chant with him, and like everybody was in sync that day on I think it was January 2014. It was a great moment. Either that or when he or the day after WrestleMania when he came out and he had the WWE Championship and the World Title in hand and doing the yes chant and then Triple H came out, he's getting "you got beat" chant and asshole chant, and Daniel Bryan went straight to his face and just did the yes chant right in his face. That, oh my god, it was either that or even better, the Slammy Awards in 2013 when Daniel Bryan was a part of when the champions, former champions with Punk and Jack Swagger and the Great Khali, Mark Henry, Bret Hart, Michaels, Triple H, etc., was all in the ring because they're former world champions, right? It was when Cena and Orton was going at it for the Undisputed Championship at the time. And Daniel Bryan was in his hometown. And he was voted Superstar of the Year that same night. And the entire arena was chanting yes in favor of Daniel Bryan. My God, what a crowd that day. I understand it's his hometown, but I have never heard a reaction like that for somebody. It's like I love Daniel Bryan, but I didn't see it 100% of what the crowd really liked about him. I loved his will to fight. I love how he's the underdog and all that stuff. But it's like, is there more that I don't know that people love him so much? You know what I mean? But like, just it was just great times for Daniel Bryan. But then he got hurt twice. So bad. But then, or maybe even when he returned on Raw in 2014 December, when he was like about to say he was about to retire, and he's like, "Is Daniel Bryan's career over?" No, and then the entire crowd popped, and he announced he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble match. Maybe that too. I don't know. You know, I think Daniel Bryan's last best match was against Dolph Ziggler on the Raw after WrestleMania 31 in 2015. That match, it's just beautiful. So yeah, Miz comes through, and he stares in Bryan's face. He's like, yo, these two, I swear to God, if Bryan wrestles again in WWE, obviously, these two have to go at it. I'm sorry. They have to, okay? I've been meaning to see this for about over a year now. It's been over a year. I'm tired of waiting, okay? We gotta see this, you know? Even though, yeah, it's Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, it's like, nothing. When you, on paper, it's not really special, but when you understand the story behind it, you'll be fucking lit for the story. So, Miz versus Roman Reigns, Intercontinental Championship match. Great match. I enjoyed this match. I'm not gonna lie to you. Great to see the Miz. Yeah, he's the yes kicks. I still get annoyed, but at least he doesn't, you know, connect the kick to the skull. You know, at least they counter that. So that's like, okay, bless. Because if he connects the kick, it's like, it'll just irk me more. But yeah, you know, Roman Reigns, he tried his hard. He tried his best to fight him. You know, he doesn't have Rollins and Ambrose by his side, so Miz kind of showed that, you know, Roman Reigns is inferior to the Miz, even though Miz had Axel and Dallas at ringside, you know. But I don't know. Either way, you know, like Roman Reigns, it shows that, like, oh, when he has his buddies, you know, he can win, but when he has nobody, he loses. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, yeah, I don't fucking know. But either way, Miz did something smart. I give Miz credit a lot, and this is another one. I never saw this. I paid attention to the match. But I didn't notice that Miz went to the second turnbuckle and then took off the padding, and then Roman went for a spear, had his head first onto the pad. Now some people were like, oh, well, he's Samoan, you know, Samoans, you know, they're hard, you know what I mean, like, you know, that shouldn't have affected him. I mean, it's a fucking exposed turnbuckle, and he's running full head of speed, full head of steam, and you mean to tell me, even full head of steam, and you hit your head on exposed turnbuckle, metal shit, that he should no-sell it? I mean, come on. That makes no sense to me, you know? But yeah, Miz able to capitalize in Skull Crushing finale, 1, 2, 3. 8-time Intercontinental Champion. But now everybody knows. I've been saying this for months, for over a year. This is gonna happen, okay? I've been saying this for at least for many months. The big dog plus Rumble plus Philly. Okay? Just take all those three elements. Roman Reigns plus Royal Rumble match plus Philadelphia. We're gonna redraw, repaint, okay, redesign the 2015 Royal Rumble, right? But with more hatred, without The Rock, right? Roman Reigns and John Cena, face to face in the ring. Who's gonna go to WrestleMania? Is it the guy who's been there, done that twice already? Won the Royal Rumble, went to WrestleMania, main evented, and won the championship 16 times in his illustrious career, John Cena? Or is it the big dog where he won the Royal Rumble in 2015, the worst Rumble pay-per-view of all time, with his cousin The Rock holding his hand, and then he goes to WrestleMania, didn't win the championship, but still had to main event WrestleMania back to back to back to back. Where Drake at? Like, we're gonna get this, the Royal Rumble, and we'll go on to WrestleMania and become Universal Champion. I predict that. Okay, that's my predictions. Maybe I should do predictions for the Royal Rumble this week. Anyway, maybe I should do the Royal Rumble predictions now, today. This is going to be a long-ass podcast. I've been talking for 45 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah. That's going to happen. That Miz won the championship. It's like, yeah, whatever. But, like, just remember, when the big dog is in the Final Four, remember who's going to win it. Remember that. And some people are like, Daniel Bryan could be in the Rumble. You really think Daniel Bryan is going to be in the Rumble? I would love that to happen. But is it going to happen? No. Want to know why? Because it would be a waste. Want to know why? Because the big dog is going to win the Rumble. That's why. Why would they waste on Bryan return to the ring? All for the big dog to chuck him over the top rope. It would be a bigger fuck you to the fans than ever. It would be like, oh, you got Daniel Bryan. He's in the wrestling ring again. You happy? You happy? Not yeah. But he's not winning, though. He's not winning, though. He's in the ring. He's in his wrestling gear. He's ready to go. But he's not winning. We got Roman Reigns to go with. Okay, Roman Reigns is going to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And we got the Raw Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, too. So, yeah. Fuck you. So, yeah, Miz won the championship. Some people are excited that Miz won the title, but you know the big dog is going to win the Rumble. If Roman Reigns doesn't win the Royal Rumble, that will be shocker of the year. I'll be honest, okay? So after that, more APA segments, blah, 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 you know. MVP was there, but it was disappointing. It's like, he was just there, it's like he was going to be there regardless if the camera was going to be there or not. He was just going to be there hanging out with his buddies. Whatever. You know what I mean? So we have Christian, the Peep Show, right? Christian with Jordan and Rollins, you know, burn it down. It's lit. And then they're in the ring. Jordan got the mic, you know, trying to talk. He cuts off Rollins, and the fans just shit on him. He's like, look, let's give it up for my dad. And then the crowd's still booing him. And then the Bar comes through. It's so funny. The Bar was one of the most disliked tag teams we have on Raw. And then Jason Jordan made them a babyface like that in a blink of an eye. The second the sirens went off for Cesaro's music, the Bar became the biggest babyface in that segment. And then he's like, you know what, Jordan, your dad doesn't suck. You know, want to know who sucks? You suck. And then they sang in Kurt Angle's theme song, like, you suck, fans chant along. Then Jordan attacks the Bar. Booker T was like, what, like, fam, why? Like, he was questioning Jordan's actions. Michael Cole choreographers were jumping on him like Booker T's not making any sense. But it's true. Why would you do that? And then what happened? Jordan suffers a knee to the face, or a shin to the face, by Rollins. For good measure. But that Peep Show segment was kind of a waste. Christian didn't really do much. He didn't really ask any good questions. You know, it was just a setup for that. I mean, what was the point of that? They could have just had the Bar or like Rollins and Jordan come out and talk about Raw, talk about the Rumble, cut a promo on the Bar, and then the Bar come out and do the same shit. Basically, they could have done that. So we're backstage with the thick Charlie Caruso, right? Backstage with Raw Women's Champ with Alexa Bliss. Can I ask y'all a question if you made it this far in the video, in this podcast video? How long has it been since Little Miss 5 Foot of Fury defended the goddamn women's title? Can someone explain that to me? Is she hurt? Is she injured? Huh? What's going on? This female over here did not defend the title for over, I swear to God, it's been 2 months. 2 to 3 months. What happened to, how long is the championship thing? How many days before you have to give up a championship? Is it 30 days? Is it a 30 days or 60 days or 90 days where if you don't defend the title within those days, then you know, you'll be stripped of it? This female, I'm trying to be nice here, okay? Alexa Bliss has not defended the title in so long. Either that or my memory is just blank right now, and I gotta do some research. I don't know. So yeah, she's talking about WrestleMania, say she's the goddess. You know, she's not only a champ, she's the goddess. And then Charlotte Flair looking good coming through with her championship, which that title looks way better than the Raw Women's title. I don't know, maybe because of the red in the background. Maybe that's what's throwing me off with it. I don't know. But she's coming through, and she's like, the only reason why you're a champ because I'm on the other brand, you know? And I don't think you're going to keep the title until WrestleMania, you know? And then she brings her father. Flair says, look, you're great, but my daughter, you know, should be champion until she decides to hang her robe up. Woo! Pretty much it. And then, yeah, titles were won, and Natalia joined the APA segment. We go back to the Manhattan Center. Oh, you fucking retards. Oh, I've seen the clips, okay? I've seen the clips. Okay, people are pissed. Alright, bullshit, bullshit. We want wrestling. We want refund. I seen it. I have seen it, okay? Oh, Lord. I had a feeling some bullshit was going to go down with the Manhattan Center. I knew the fact that these old fucks was like, oh, they're gonna have the Manhattan Center again. Raw's gonna be the Manhattan Center. Let me relive my childhood. And then what happened? They got fucked no loop, okay? They went in there and their money got took. That's tough right there. That is tough. They went in, $500 to $1,000 wasted. And I'm not talking GTA 5, wasted, bong, all that shit. Wasted. Money gone, okay? That is hilarious. Alright, stupid, stupid, stupid. How does Ryback does it? He taps his head. Stupid! Okay? Stupid. But yeah. We go back to the Manhattan Center. We got King and JR just sitting there and... You know, there's actually a photo of Jerry Lawler having his eyes closed, like he's sleeping. Like he's like, "Fuck this show. I'm getting paid though. I mean, I'm getting paid to sleep. Fuck these fans. I'm getting this money. I'm getting this work." You know what I mean? He's just sitting there with his eyes closed. There's a photo of that online. No bullshit. So we have Matt Hardy. You know, Woken Matt Hardy. Obviously, I did not like what went down, but. It was still cool to see these guys in the ring, finally. You know, I've been waiting for this. I thought they would kind of save it for a pay-per-view, I'm not gonna lie, with all the vignettes and all the confrontation that they had. I thought maybe a pay-per-view match would be good, you know, for those who are a fan of Matt Hardy. They like to go see it on pay-per-view, but they're like, Raw 25. Why not? You know what? They're gonna be in the Rumble match anyway, so I guess they have no choice. So yeah, it was cool to see. The match was like 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. That's it. And I'm like, the second Bray Wyatt pinned and beat Matt Hardy, I was like, yeah, they made a mistake here. Yeah, Bray Wyatt did not need the win. What the fuck did Wyatt need the win for? I mean, I could understand in a rematch, but the first match, Matt Hardy looks inferior to Bray Wyatt, even though Bray Wyatt has been one of the most inferior superstars on Raw since the beginning of time. Like, seriously. Like, oh my god, bad mistake. So, we got the beautiful, thick JoJo again, bringing out, this time, the great females from our past. You know, the females that lead the way for women like Banks and Bailey and all these girls nowadays to be where they are today, right? We got the Bella Twins who are still relevant today We got Maurice, who's still relevant to today. She just haven't wrestled yet, and I'm not counting WrestleMania last year, by the way. Who was a ring announcer? I don't know what the fuck she did as far as like, you know, revolutionary wrestling. I don't know. She was a great ring announcer though. I'm not gonna. She's like my number 5 in my top 5 favorite ring announcers of all time. Jacqueline, you know, she still got some big old. Yeah. Jacqueline, nice to see her. Tori Wilson looks fucking. Oh my, she looking good. Like, she never aged. Like, she never changed. She's like, I'm gonna get younger. Fuck this. I'm not gonna sit around and do nothing. I'm gonna be a fitness model. I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna look good. You know, like, Michelle McCool looking good too. Maria Kanellis, I'm starting to love her theme song now. Not gonna lie, I randomly sing it out of nowhere. And then Trish Stratus, you know, I'm still not used to how she looks now because I'm used to how she looked before in the 2000s. But then again, people say that she looks better than before. So I guess, yeah, I guess what she did now, you know, maybe it's all the weight that she lost. You know, she looks better. I mean, obviously she looks better. She looking good. But yeah. And Terry Reynolds was there too. Terry Reynolds. I'm like, let's see. So who actually made a difference in the women's division? Jacqueline, a little bit. Tori Wilson, not much, but still effective. And Trish Stratus. Terry Reynolds, she was Goldust's apprentice. Nothing much. Michelle McCool, oh, okay. I'll give you that one. Maurice, no. She didn't do shit. Bella Twins. Actually, I honestly believe when the Bella Twins went down, that's when the Women's Revolution began. The Bella Twins were still a part of the old era of eye candy for the women. The second they went down, that's when people like Charlotte and Sasha and Becky and Bayley and all of these women over here started to rise up and made women's wrestling better than it ever has been. So I think, yeah, that's what I honestly believe. I honestly believe the second the Bellas, when Nikki Bella got hurt in 2015, after she lost the Divas title to Charlotte, right? When she lost the championship and when she lost to her at Hell in the Cell the following month, and she got hit with an injury with her neck, that's when everything changed. Nothing was the same. When Nikki Bella was champion, we didn't have no championship match for the women at WrestleMania until Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky happened at WrestleMania 32. We didn't have that WrestleMania 31. AJ Lee was the last one to have a Divas title match, but it was everybody involved at WrestleMania 30. WrestleMania 29, no Divas championship match. WrestleMania 28, no Divas championship match. WrestleMania 27, no Divas championship match. WrestleMania 26, no Divas Championship match, no Women's Championship match. 25, same thing. 24, same thing. 23 was the last one. 23 had, I think it was Melina and Ashley for the Women's Championship. After that, from 2008 to 2014, you know, between 2008 and 2013, no Women's Championship match. The following year, that's when they had a title match. So yeah, when the females, when Bellas went down, that's when everything changed. Because we this past WrestleMania, we had both SmackDown and Raw Women's title matches on the same show being defended. We did not have that when they had the Divas and Women's title, you know, in WWE. So Bellas, they were the last piece of that godforsaken puzzle from the old days, you know. And then when they went down, that's when everything got better. So yeah, and Kelly, I mean, what do I remember from her? I was the biggest mark for Kelly, okay? And I don't mean like I liked it for her wrestling. No. I was a mark for the eye candy part. Yeah, I fell for that shit, you know. I would hate Maurice, but I would be like, she's so beautiful though. I'm not gonna lie, you know. I hated Maurice. She's fucking French. I don't like that many French people, to be honest. I don't like Montreal. Montreal sucks. Montreal fucking sucks. I hate Montreal. I'm sorry. I hate Montreal. I really do. But, yeah. You know, Kelly, the Bella Twins, Maurice, and I think Maria. Yeah, they're all the eye candy part. You know what I mean? They're all part of the childhood. And Michelle McCool, I didn't really look at her as an eye candy. I looked at her as a bad bitch that she would go in there and kick your head off and hit you with a Styles Clash, okay, or the Faith Breaker, whichever you prefer. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on the great women, female wrestlers from the past. You know, Kelly. It was like 6 years ago she was wrestling on Raw. Jacqueline, yeah, okay, understandable, but she was wrestling at TNA not too long ago, like 7 years ago. Michelle McCool, 7 years ago. Terry Reynolds, over a decade. Maria, like 7, 8 years ago. And Tori Wilson, 2009, around there. But yeah, Kelly, Maurice, Bella Twins, yeah, still irrelevant to this day. And Maria Kanellis, she's relevant too, but she's pregnant at the moment, so she's gone. Miz is still keeping his wife. And Mike Kanellis, he's going through a whole thing, which I hope that he gets better. And I hope that WWE makes his character better with this whole power of love stuff. I can work with the power of love, but just make it better, you know. So after that, this was commercial mania on Raw 25, okay? Bullshit. The USA. Relax on your commercial breaks, will ya? Shit. Anyways, Jericho comes out. Jericho wearing his alpha shirt. You know, it was like, this dude does not care. It's like I felt like he showed up at the last minute and it's like, yo, Jericho, finally. It's like, oh shit, you're wearing that. Whatever, just go. You know, like, it's so funny. But Jericho was there and he's like, hey, Elias, I see you got a little scarf there. Scarf. I see you got your scarf there. And like, I wrote you a song. Can I use your guitar? He's like, no. It's like, that's cool. I got my own. And he's playing it. And he's playing a song, you know, it was just a cool moment. Cool moment overall. And he called him a stupid idiot. And he's like, and you just. And he grabs the list. I love it when he grabs it and then like he just brings it up very slowly and he just like shows it and he's like, he grabs the pen, he clicks it, and it's like, you thought I was going to put you on the list. You thought I'm kidding. No, I'm not. You just made the list, and he put him on the list. It's like, I love how this is why Jericho has moved up. He's like top 3 best WWE superstars right now, to me. He's one of the greatest of all time. Obviously in my top 3, top 5. Like, he evolves. That's why Jericho's one of the greatest. He evolves. He changes. He goes what's in nowadays, and he took something simple and made it work. That's why Jericho's one of the greatest of all time. So Elias is in the ring, you know, playing his song, dissing Brooklyn, which was hilarious, talking shit about Jimmy Fallon. You know, John Cena came out, and then, you know, same old, you know. And when he brought up The Rock, I'm like, oh shit, maybe The Rock might come out. Nope, that didn't happen. I was kind of disappointed that The Rock didn't show up though. Not gonna lie, The Rock. I mean, yeah, The Rock had an impact on SmackDown, but he did do a lot of shit on Raw. Like, I don't know, like maybe the whole the Rock and Sock, the whole segment, you know, back in '99. You know, The Rock's birthday. This Is Your Life. You know that. And then my other favorite, you know, This Is Your Life segment was the version 2, but it was reversed. The Rock was hosting a This Is Your Life to Mick Foley in 2004. That one was great too. You know, maybe, you know, the Rock had great moments on Raw. I just can't remember at the moment. I used to watch the network so much, and The Rock was one of my favorites watching in the Attitude Era, and I can't remember anything right now. It's like everything he did that was great was either on pay-per-view or on SmackDown. But he did have great moments on Raw. Maybe turning heel and joining the the Nation of Domination, or like, well, okay, this one of my favorites, when he had the pager, and Austin was like, when you look at the pager, and it says 316, your ass belongs to me. And The Rock, the lights were out, there's a spotlight on The Rock. The Rock takes his pager, opens, his eyes opens wide, and he turns around and got his ass kicked by Austin. Ah, that was funny. Or when The Rock, it was on Raw, when The Rock, he had Stone Cold's custom title, and he told Austin to come get it, and then they fought on a bridge, and he chucked him off the bridge, and he knocked him off. He was like, "Go to hell!" And he's like, "You want your belt? You take it to hell with you." You chuck it into the river. Like, great moment. And then the eulogy for Steve Austin, that has got his car fucked up with the monster truck. The fact that Austin got a monster truck, that is hilarious. But yeah, Cena came through. He brought up about, he brought up about the beach ball. Thank God they got that out of there. And then, well, in the end of the day, Cena got his ass kicked. You know, he tried to go for the 5 moves to doom, but hit the low blow and then drift away, and then got hit with the guitar, and that's it. Then APA backstage, and then, you know, Rod Simmons had a damn, but I'll be damn. Mark Henry's backstage. He sees the Godfather. You know, Godfather with his lady friend. I can't really say how no more. You know, he's a grown man now. He matured. So, Mark Henry, so Godfather introduced him to Olivia. I was like, Olivia, shit, you looking, right? And then Mark Henry was like, he's smitten. He's smitten. He's just trying to take it all in how good she looks. And then, you know, Godfather's just introducing him and stuff, and he's like, you know, like, Olivia, this was sexual chocolate back in the day. And Mark Henry's like, look, man, that was a different era, whatever, I'm a different man now. And then Mark Henry takes her hand, he tried to get a quick pass at Olivia, but it's like, hey, man, relax. This is my wife. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh. I was like, oh, no. I was like, oh, no. It's like, and the Godfather said that he changed, you know? He changed too. So, now let me tell you what the show got flat. It got flat. I think it got flat after what segment? I think after the Godfather segment. That's when it got flat. Slater got put through a table by the Dudley Boys. It was a lukewarm reaction. I mean, they got a good pop, but to me, like, their returning is like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it was a 2015 epic. You know what I mean? Like, this was just, you were announced to come through, so it's not really that big. But but when Steve Austin came through, it was like, people were like waiting for it, and people were red hot. Now, at this point, everything was like simmered down and chill, so yeah, probably a bad time for the Dudley Boys to come out. Plus, they did not have the freaking pyro for the Dudley Boys entrance, which made it worse for me. So, yeah, I didn't care that they did the headbutt to the dick and then the 3D to the table. Great to see them. No, I'm not taking it for granted. I'm just saying they could have done more, but they decided to do less. That's all I'm saying. Mean Gene backstage with AJ Styles because Charlie Caruso was not good enough for the Phenomenal One. So, yeah, and then AJ Styles talked like Hulk Hogan, and then they brought up about the Royal Rumble, and then that's it. Whatever. Cammy. Stupid. My favorite part, one of my favorite parts of the show, came through DX, you know, in the Manhattan Center, break it down. And then Triple H did all the talking. Shawn Michaels, you know, was like, he's out of breath. I can't remember what I've done for the past 25 minutes. How am I supposed to remember what happened in the past 25 years? Michael Controller talk about the dirty stories that had to happen that you can see on the network. And Triple H is like, oh, we can't talk about that right now. Different time, Sean. So it's like Triple H is just taking all the, shouting out the legends like China Rick Rude, and, you know, saying that this is the home of Raw and Manhattan Center. And, you know, DX didn't do much in the end to me. They were all like the goofballs, you know, when everything was serious back in the day. When it was Shawn and Triple H, yeah, that's when it meant something. And then when they expanded to Road Dogg and Billy and X-Pac, it wasn't as, you know, looking back. I mean, yeah, they went to WCW and stuff, but after that, what did they do after? They didn't do shit. They didn't do nothing regarding an attack towards WCW wrestling, okay? So, he's like, when we're talking about we didn't come alone. And then we had, oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody. And then Road Dogg, you know, did his thing. And then X-Pac comes out. I'm surprised they didn't play his X-Pac theme song. I heard he hates that theme song. But he comes out, and then he's like, we cannot have a Raw reunion. We cannot celebrate 25 years of Raw without this guy. And then the bad guy come out wearing, you're wearing his Outsiders outfit, but still, the bad guy. He can wear whatever he wants. He's the bad guy. You know what I mean? And then what happened? Commercial break! Fucking commercial break on Scott Hall coming through. Are you really? I'm like, the bad guy, and then I see my screen fading to black. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And then he comes to the ring and like, okay, he's in the ring. He's gonna cut his promo. That's okay. Hey yo, and then he's like, everybody knows that Raw being in 2 locations is just too. I wish Kevin Nash was there. Kevin Nash he's the one that makes me want to say the too sweet in a high pitch, like too sweet, like, you know what I mean, like, but yeah, too sweet. And then Balor Club comes up, like, oh shit, you know, too sweet, whatever, it's gonna go down. And then they come to a bit of a mixed reaction, but like Jerry Lawler and JR were acting like if the Balor Club were heels. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, relax. They're just there. They didn't do nothing wrong. You know? They came out. The first thing they did, too sweet in the middle of the ring. I loved it. I loved that part. And then, say yeah. Then they came out. It's like, oh no. Oh no. I'm getting flashbacks. 2015. January 2015. Oh no. They had a match. The club won in Anderson and Gallows. And then what happened? Scott Dawson got pissed. He went to Scott Hall. Scott Hall chucks the pick at him. And then I believe X-Pac hit the X Factor. And then after that, Road Dogg did his juke and jive, you know, which was cool. Building up with the Famouser. And I think Dash got the super kick on he got by Shawn Michaels and Triple H with the pedigree, and then battled with the coup de grace, and they all done it too sweet, and it was lit. And then we had the worst segment of the fucking night, Brock, Braun, Kane. This, I cannot wait for this to end. All right, nobody can defend this bullshit. Okay, no one can defend this crap. No one. Okay, people try to defend it for weeks. Oh, Kane's here, you know, because he's doing things that nobody would do to Braun Strowman, like, you know, having a chair crush his throat, this and that, blah blah blah. Even though the Big Show done more impressive stuff to Braun than Kane, but anyway, I mean, I love Kane. I love Kane. I do. Okay, Kane's one of my favorites of all time. All right. You know when a dude's scary, where you have nightmares about the guy, okay? That's why he's one of my favorites. But, I mean, I have no problem with him being in a world title main event, to be honest, because like, my part of me wants to see him become that champion. You know, like, they have a new Universal title, so let Kane get some of that. You know, let Kane have a championship, not a championship reign, but at least a title win, and then he loses it, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? But I can't accept this, okay? This segment was boring as fuck. I was waiting for it to end. I went to go get my laundry, then fucking watch this shit. You know what I mean? So, what happened? Brock comes to the ring. Nothing much. Kane comes out. Superstar trying to break him up. Nothing happened. But then they fought the guys anyway. And then Braun and Kane went at it. Brock Lesnar came out. And then after that, Brock clotheslined Braun when Braun met him on the outside. Brock Lesnar F5 Kane, Braun Strowman power slam, Brock Lesnar through the table, and then Braun in the middle of the ring. And that's how Raw 25 ends. No fucking shit. Raw 1000 was better than this crap, okay? The main event with Big Show interfering, causing a disqualification, making Cena the first guy to not successfully win the WWE Championship or World Title overall from a cash-in, and then having The Rock come through when CM Punk was questioning himself on whether he should go and help John Cena, beating up the Big Show. And then The Rock came through, stole his moment. CM Punk took offense to that. He took out The Rock when Rock was going for the people's up on the Big Show. And then GGG on The Rock. And CM Punk walks away with the title with Jerry Lawler saying that Punk just turned his back on the universe. That's it. So, my take on this shit. First half was good. Second half was shit. Pretty much. Half and half, okay? First half was good. Other half was shit. That's all I will say about that. Okay? Because Raw 25, maybe it's because we had maybe our expectations were too high that we were just utterly disappointed. I honestly don't know. I hope that the 58th anniversary of Monday Night Raw will be better than this bull that we got, okay? That's all I hope for. That's really all I hope for. So let's talk about SmackDown Live in Washington, D.C. in the Capitol, whatever arena, okay? They're not in the Verizon Center. But yeah, we started off with the same shit. This is why I said guys like Kevin Owens and Sammy, I have no problem them being off TV. We have Owens and Sammy, you know, talking shit about Shane, and then AJ Styles, how they're gonna win at the Royal Rumble. AJ has no chance in their handicap match. They start saying yep, and then AJ Styles come out and says, "You're gonna hurt me? Nope. You're gonna do this to me? Nope. You're gonna win the championship? Nope." Calling them Cammy. Like, you can tell the base of my voice. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. SmackDown was boring this week. Some people liked it. I don't see it. This was boring. SmackDown was freaking sad. Okay. AJ Styles overall was like being goaded by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn because they were like, "Oh, you said this," and I tried to backtrack, you know. And AJ Styles was like, "You know what? Fine then. I will fight both of them." Daniel Bryan came through. AJ's like, "Look, chill. I don't know if you're even with them, but I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna fight them tonight. Back-to-back matches. You know, whatever." Then we go backstage. Shane McMahon is questioning Daniel Bryan's ability on, you know, making right decisions as far as being GM goes. So I like how Shane is just trying to twist it and make it be like, you know, he's not the bad guy. Daniel Bryan is being the bad guy because he's making questionable decisions on SmackDown Live, which I don't blame Shane. You know what I mean? But yeah, Daniel Bryan said that he wasn't going to do that. He wasn't going to make that decision, but AJ wanted it, so yeah. Pretty much. Renee Young is backstage with Nakamura talking about the Royal Rumble that Baron Corbin interrupts, and then Nakamura said, let's have a Rumble. Let's Rumble tonight. Pretty much. Then we have Naomi versus Liv Morgan. Fucking kill me. And then Naomi won. Yay. And then they copied what they did on Raw. You know, trying to make a field report about the Royal Rumble, even though they should have been doing that for the past how many fucking weeks now. But that's besides the point. But yeah, you know, chucking everybody over the top rope. They're doing this, doing that. And then Charlotte comes out and said, look, I give you all the best of luck, you know. Gives Becky props and stuff, saying her move was fierce, but in the end, she's saying that, you know, it's everyone for themselves at the Royal Rumble. Friendships and alliance will not matter when it comes to getting a shot at the Queen at WrestleMania 34. Flair wishes them all good luck, and especially to the winner. Woo! And looking good standing on stage. I would hit that. Yeah, we're back. And short clips about the mixed match challenge. I do not care. Anyways, Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. Good match. Good, decent match. I'm not going to lie. Good, decent match between Nakamura and Baron Corbin. And then Nakamura second for the Kid Shotza. And then Randy Orton with an RKO out of nowhere. Best out of nowhere RKO I've ever seen. I was literally not expecting Randy Orton to show up tonight. So I'm like, I'm getting ready to watch Sid's gonna come back to hit the Kinshasa, and then RKO. I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? And then Baron Corbin was there. He got an RKO too, and Randy Orton looking cool with his hair slicked back, whatever. So Nakamura won that by DQ. Yeah. Then they show replays of Raw 25. I do not want to see that because I fucking watched all 3 hours, even though one half was good, one half was shit. Anyways. New Day Red Bobby Roode versus Mahal in English. I just don't give a damn. I mean, I care about Bobby Roode and his entrance. Maybe Dolph Ziggler was right. He's just an entrance. I don't know. But I love Bobby Roode. I do. I'm gonna give him a shot with his U.S. Championship reign. I think him and Mahal are going to go at it for the U.S. title, no doubt. Mahal with Rusev in English. I think Rusev in English are going to fight the New Day to find a number one contender for the tag titles, I guess. I don't know. We'll see about that. In the end, Xavier Woods get the win with that elbow, that tiptoe elbow, the tiptoeing on my Jordans, and then an elbow drop on the English. I got the win. After that, AJ versus Kevin Owens. AJ Styles won, doing damage with the calf crusher to Kevin Owens' leg, and then Sami Zayn attacks AJ before the match starts, and then the match starts, and then Sami Zayn beat AJ Styles. That's it. I don't care. And there you go. I think that's it for the 7 Days podcast. Not much for me to talk about. Talk about Enzo. Talk about Raw. I'll talk about Raw a lot. SmackDown was very quick because I just don't care. One of the worst 2 hours I've ever spent on this show. Like, I just don't give a damn. This show sucked. The show sucked because it was boring. It was boring. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you made it this far, thank y'all. You're a real one. But yeah, I'm going to tell you this much. I will be doing a live reaction for NXT TakeOver this Saturday, which I cannot wait for. And the Royal Rumble. I'll start the pre-show. No, I'm going to start right when the show starts. If not, I'll start right when the pre-show. I think within an hour before the pay-per-view itself, I'll do the pre-show. I'll start being live for right before the pre-show. But yeah, that is it, guys. Like I said, I'll be uploading SmackDown Live tomorrow, not today. I do not want to rush and give you guys a half-ass show. You know what I mean? So I'd rather give you guys a good show. So I'm going to extend it towards tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 7 Days podcast. Long-ass episode this time, but I'm back, though, with this podcast. I'm not giving up on it. I work too damn hard. We have so many podcasts. We've been doing this for over a year now. You know what I mean? I forgot to mention, we've been doing this over a year, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like, subscribe on YouTube, and see you guys next time, and I'm out, okay? Like I said, tomorrow, SmackDown Live. NXT will be on Friday, the following day, and that's it, and I'm out. Later.